Let's talk about transporting your new Air 2. I'm going to compare three cases, and although these are made specifically for the Mavic Air 2, each of these manufacturers also make cases for other models, and so this may be helpful to you no matter what drone you fly. Hi, I'm Scott Law, and I pretend to be the world's oldest vlogger. Roll that intro. If you're like me, you love to get out with your drone and get some wonderful photos or video, or just fly for fun, or maybe you want to make a little money with it. No matter why, I'm going beyond my own property boundaries, which is 99% of the time. I'm going to be prepared, and I'm hauling some stuff. I've got my drone, I've got my controller, and my cell phone, which I usually keep in my pocket, of course. When possible, I like to use my tablet, and with the tablet you need the light shade and the tablet holder, and I'm certainly not going out without spare batteries and battery charger and the brick to set them on, all the cords that goes along with that, the cables and cords, and of course I've got to have the cables and cords for my phone and tablet. I've got some spare props. I've got the DJI ND filters along with my own ND filters, and just in case I've got the auxiliary battery thing to charge my phone with if I need it, and even some extra joysticks, SD cards, and helipad. I'm going to talk about three of the numerous options that are available to pack my equipment. The first and most obvious one is the DJI carrying case that came with the Fly More kit. In designing the Mavic system, DJI was emphasizing portability. It only makes sense that the carrying case or bag that they produce and include supports that. The DJI case does that in spades and is quite well designed, with dividers to both organize and protect, plenty of pockets, and even on the exterior for small accessories, etc. It also appears to use good materials and is assembled well. The zipper on this is innovative in that it doesn't get stuck on the covering material as many zippers do. It's not the smoothest in the world, but it doesn't get stuck on the covering material. And it has a handy carrying strap on the end, as well as this shoulder strap. So let's pack it up and see how that works. Well, there's no denying that a lot of careful planning was put into this to allow to hold so much in such a tight space. But we had to remove the joysticks and still didn't have room for the tablet or the tablet accessories or of course the takeoff and landing pad. And also I'm not sure what to do with these little SD cards, as they're so small and I hate to just throw them into one of the pockets. So we've got to find a solution for that. That's not too bad. There were only a couple things left over. So why not just keep this bag? Why even make other cases available? I showed and talked about some of the pros about the DJI case, So let's talk about some of the cons. First, it offers little protection of the components. It requires removal of the joysticks to store. There's no room for accessories. It's stitched together, and sometimes that comes apart over time. The material is good, but not particularly sturdy for long-term wear in outdoor use. It does not keep the batteries separate and allows for more components to rub against each other while they're packed. Having said all that, this will probably be my go-to case when traveling on aircraft where I really need to best utilize every square inch of space. My extra stuff will have to stay home or be packed separately. Looking through the internet, and particularly on Amazon, I found some alternatives ranging from over $100 to around $30 and even less. Being inherently frugal, I didn't look very hard at the over $100 cases. Though depending on your needs and circumstances, those may be your best choice. I'm going to review 2 different aftermarket cases today, and one of them will be returned. I don't need and don't want to pay for them both. Neither of the manufacturers or sellers are aware of this video, and it is not sponsored by anybody. Whichever case I keep, I will be paying full retail for it. Either one of these may be the perfect fit for you, or you may just choose to stay with the DJI provided case. And of course, there are numerous other options, but maybe as we go through these, it will help you know what to look for in your decision-making process. First is a hard case from Lekufee. I would say this case is in the high to middle range. The plastic at the outer case is thick. There appears to be good seal around the edges. They advertise that it's waterproof, dustproof, and shockproof. Though since I may be returning it, I did not put those claims to test. This case is approximately double the size of the DJI case. A little teeny bit thicker also. The closing latches lock down quite securely, and though made from plastic, both they and the hinges on the rear have metal rods in which they operate. Speaking of the hinges, they appear to be substantial and operate quite smoothly. There are 2 places here by the latches that allow you to put a lock on the case. It has a handle, but no shoulder strap. Like the hinges and latches, the handle is on a fairly substantial metal rods. If you have looked at the $100 plus cases, you know that they have an air release or pressure balancing valve, usually here under the handle. This one has a piece of plastic riveted there that looks like one, but it appears to be for looks only and has no real function. Inside, the firm but flexible foam core cutouts are perfectly sized and cut to hold your Mavic Air 2 and the batteries and controller very securely in place. There are cutouts for 4 batteries, and since the Fly More kit only comes with a total of 3, one of which is normally on the quad, it gives you 2 extra little holes to put some small stuff, or if you get more batteries, you're covered here. It even has 2 extra hidden slots, which are kind of hard to find, for where you can put your micro SD cards, and 2 holes where you can put your extra joysticks. The eggshell foam top again helps hold things in place. You can put the controller in with the joystick still in place, which significantly reduces the chance of dropping them in the grass or dirt and losing one when you're trying to install them out in the wild. DJI must expect you're going to do that, which is why they include an extra set. The foam insert with the cutouts is removable in case you ever need to. The padding in the lid and at the bottom are glued in and not easily removed. The padding on the bottom is a thin, firm sponge that has very little give to it. Let's see how it does holding everything I carry. Well, everything seems very secure in there. Sounds good. Perhaps you could put the tablet and the light shield in there. I don't see any place where you could put this with this knob on it, and certainly not the landing pad. So I don't know. I personally wouldn't be comfortable doing that. So even though this is much more secure, protected, and about twice the size of the DJI case included with the Flymore kit, it really doesn't hold much more, maybe except the SD cards in a nice comfortable place and the extra joysticks in a nice easy place to get to. Final thoughts on the Lekufee case. If you're looking for a budget hard case that you can probably treat pretty roughly in fairly harsh conditions and feel confident that your valuable merchandise inside will be pretty safe and secure, and you're not trying to carry a tablet or too many other accessories, this may be an excellent choice for you. Our next case is from RLSOCO. I hope I said that right. This case is in the low to medium price range and is a semi-hard case with a heavy-duty fabric-like exterior that advertises being water resistant. Like the last one we looked at, this case is almost double the size of the DJI case. It is closed with a, I don't know, medium to light plastic zipper, which, by the way, these two zippers come together and have a connection there if you want to put one of those small cable type locks in there. The hinge on the rear is made of a fabric attached with rubber-like covers and sewn and glued into place. There's also a heavy plastic grip with fabric under the handle. Like the DJI provided case, there is quite a bit of stitching, which could come loose over time, but appears to start out quite well done, quite well sewn and secured. Inside, instead of just having the spaces for the drone, and it has a carrying shoulder strap, which the other doesn't have. But inside, in addition to the space for the drone batteries and charging paraphernalia, it also has some additional compartments for extra stuff. The main storage organizer, which is made of a molded EVA, which is a strong plastic-like material, is removable, which might be nice for cleaning or for reconfiguring the case. It's very light and has a little flex to it. It also is covered with a material that seems like it's not going to be at all abrasive to it. I'm guessing that the edges must be sharp because they've covered them with a thick bias tape, which is sewn on. There are 3 battery compartments, so if you've got the extra 2 with the Flymore combo, you can choose to carry the third on the quad or have it separate in the compartment here. If you keep the quad, keep it in the quad, then you can get a fourth battery or use the space for other small items. I really like that there's a Velcro secure strap here for holding down your controller, holding it in place. And over the main compartment is a large flap which has a soft velveteen-like cover on both sides. But on the top side, it also has 8 small pockets which are sewn closed at the bottom. And those are going to be great for storing everything from small cables to cleaning cloths and micro SD cards and so on. And then the icing on the cake is there's a nice compartment for up here on the top, zipper closed, and mesh, good mesh fabric for keeping flat items and other stuff. Flat items like, say, a tablet. So let's pack it up and see what we think. So I still haven't totally solved my required space problem. I can't say that the RLSOCO case gives you more room, but a different kind of configuration of that space at a lower price. Keep in mind, however, that at that lower price you do get a little less robust case without the kind of seal that is going to keep the dust and water out as well as the hard case. I've resigned myself to having to carry the helipad separately, but if I got a case to hold that too, it would defeat the portability feature that is the hallmark of the Mavic and other foldable drones. After seeing these two, which would fit your needs better? It seems to me that they each fit a different style pilot. Are you the very active outdoors pilot that needs a more rugged and waterproof case, or do you want to have a tablet or other accessories that this one accommodates better? And of course, there is nothing wrong with sticking with the DJI provided case if that's what works for you. Let me know in the comments which way you are likely to go, or if you've found one that works even better for you. I love to talk about drones, even though I'm only a hobbyist or recreational pilot for now. I'll be posting some more about the ND filters and other accessories and so on. Take a look on my channel for some previous posts to learn how you can find your drone in case you ever lose it like I did. I'll also be posting about travel and great places to visit and to fly your drone. So if you like my style or the information you got here, feel free to hit that like button. And if you want to see more and you haven't already subscribed, be sure and hit that subscribe button and then smash that bell so you get notified of future posts. I do read every comment, so be sure and leave a comment of what carry case you have or might be likely to get. This is Scott Law, the world's oldest vlogger, saying thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on keeping on.